And let's go here. Right, okay, that's the music tags. So today I have got all the usual maintenance stuff done, and as my little reward to myself, I thought I'd tour my guild house. We are heading to Earthtear Cavern, which did feature in my last video, well, stream. Although I did export it to YouTube as a video, so I suppose I'm okay with that. But yeah, I just ran through that the other day to pick up a Mundus Stone, but now I think we'll go have a little look at it in more detail. There's no point to building your own guild house if you can't feel good about showing it off. Okay. So we'll come back to this in a second. We're going to do the target dummies first because I'm quite proud of the work I put in to get these. Got one of my wolves as a guard dog, and this character I'm on right now is Marcus Dufon, my Breton Templar healer, wearer of jaunty hats. Okay, so first person. I am not ashamed to say I went a little bit mad with the Calgron Teed statues. I just loved them when they came out in the Crown store, and I cleaned out a couple of people's Crown inventories to buy them. Over here we have the refabricated target Centurion, which took forever to get the dwarven repair parts for because the week before I got the recipe, my housing guild managed to get the recipe and therefore bought all the dwarven repair parts that were on the server. So I had to wait a significant amount of time to get that built. Got a target skeleton here. The problematic stone husk. We had the husk pieces for about a month and they wouldn't recombine to make the dummy. So that was kind of a nuisance. Over here we've got our frost Atronach. And Devoroplasm here, which I had to put the platform down because it didn't want to sit and behave properly. Oh, better go down because I don't think I could jump up those stairs. Hello, Wolfie. The character pathing feature was fantastic when it dropped. I have guard wolves, I have like wandering NPCs. The only thing that could probably improve it would be if it affected target dummies. Can you imagine having these wandering around? And this one I bought with crowns. Before I realised it was basically the same thing as the refabricated ones. Same with this one over here. But you know, target dummies are a good investment. Even if these ones aren't widely used anymore. Still nice to have them. Head up here, and we've got a few more. Everyone's favourite whiny robot, the Precursor. And over here we have the Mournful Aegis, which I would really love to be able to character path because just seeing that thing float around would be amazing. Got the little target skeleton for Khajiit here. And of course we've got the big trial dummy here. Hello baby. You cost me a lot of gold, but you were worth it. Like Earthtear Cavern, it's open plan. I went through several notable houses before I settled on this as a guild hall. Got the 3 million skeleton here, 2 more of the Calgrunted statues. I had to buy 4 because they all had a different, well, they had 4 different animations and I just couldn't not have them. Over here we've got another guard wolf. And over here the target bone Goliath from the Dragon Rising event, I think it was. I was happy to get it, but 6 million. I can't burn these things, I'm a healer. So we're coming back up to the main body of the house, and I added in a bunch of trees to fill out the islands a little bit. I like the various different colours of the tall, sinuous trees. The shade trees were a pretty good way to fill these things out. Random trees from different zones. I just wanted it to feel a bit less desolate. And of course we've got our dungeon busts. So base game dungeon busts all the way down here. And the vet ones here. Dom a house that looks grumpy enough as it is. Probably not too happy with the fact that he's like sort of semi-hidden by a tree. And there's the other ones down here. I really think Marcel could have benefited from like a couple extra horns. He just looks really weird. I mean, Thurvakun looks like a dragon. Marcelok looks like an overgrown snake. But I think we've already established I'm a picky bitch. Right, so over here we've got my trial busts, Aetherian Archive. No, hang on. Yeah. Your Aetherian Archive. No, Rakotu? Rakotu is Helra, yeah. Your Aetherian Archive. The dude from Vetkine's Aegis, which was an appalling run for that skin. By the time we hit the 3rd platform, half the group had disconnected. We had 2 healers, 1 tank, and 3 DPS trying to stay alive frantically till the others could get back in so we could finish it. Oh, the greatest trial experience. Over here we've got Rakat. Killing him was totally worth it for the Dramathra skin, even if I do have reservations about it. It looks kind of weird around the nose area. Here's Hyath, the Battlemaster. He really had to die. Really, I mean, just would not shut up all the way through VDSE. And of course, we've got the Sunspire Fire and Ice hard modes. I don't have Extinguisher of Flames yet. I'm waiting on my core group getting back together. And of course, here we have the grumpy big boy himself, Navintus. And over here, hang on. The Manticora, yeah. Then we've got the VAS bust, only VAS +1 so far. Need to get the +2 done eventually. And the Argonium from Maelstrom. I hate Maelstrom. That donut of doom drives me mad, especially on vet. Here's our third guard wolf, the ebon dwarven one. I was so glad when I got the last piece of that. Okay, so over here we've got some achievement items at the corners, which are convenient light sources. So there's the Murkmire, oh dear, what is it? Remnant of Argon. All the time I spent on Murkmire, you'd think I'd have that name burned into my subconscious. This one, less an achievement item and more luxury furniture, but you know, I do appreciate a good interactive furnishing. Even if sitting it on the pedestal was not the easiest of things. I still don't think it's 100% perfect, but I can live with it. Okay, I don't discriminate on alliance, so we've got flags for each of the three of them. Although I do curse out the Reds every time they murder me in Imperial City. I've got banners for every one of the seasonal events, although I had to improvise with the Witches Festival because they don't have one.
Surface Pro 7 gives you more
Technically,
ways to
I suppose I could have used one of the Witches tomes, but I didn't want to. Besides, I prefer this.
Whether you're working from your desk, sofa, or dining room table, Surface Pro 7 is designed to boost your productivity.
I also thought it was a nice touch to have the falling ginkgo blossoms at the entrance.
Surface Pro 7 helps you turn your ideas into action. Performance for
this side is just, you know,
learn more at Curry's
shinies, loot to fill things up, alongside my storage chests. I love my Black Rage geodes, but they're really expensive to make, so I don't tend to make them often. And there's the blue crystals from Luxury. Bunch of achievement ones, the Welkin Stones for the Crown Store, same with the Iliad Apparatus. The Vivek Blessing Stone device. Oh, hey John! I have a guard for my treasures. Hail, goodbye. Not very talkative though. Excuse me, who do you think you're talking to? I'm your boss. Mouthy. Okay, and here's the Khajiit tapestry. I think it's a shame it's all stitched together with the gold thread. I mean, yes, the tapestry was ripped, but could we not have had a restored version that wasn't quite so jigsawy? Again, I'm being picky, but it's my stuff. I feel like it could be picky. Over here we've got the vines from Fungal Grotto and one of the Meridian Orbs. I could play with these things all day. But I feel like yellow's a better source of plant life. Over here we've got our Aeon Stone Shard and... oh, our Sky Shard. Getting past the gates in Cyrodiil to get that thing was not fun, but I got it. Also, we have the giant hourglass from the last set of Crown Crates, or no, the set before, I think. Which I just love as a gigantic focal point. I know a lot of people in my housing guild have phased it into the floor to use the top of it as a seal, but I like it in its entirety. Plus I feel that's kind of, you know, wasteful. Before we head to the garden, we're going to go over to the vault area. We have Izabi and Fizez, so that you can store your stuff and dump your inventory. We've got our Canarthic Bell, our Elsewhere Gong, and Canarthi's Wind Bells, which I like. The jingling is pleasant and soothing. Got the Rithana de Renada here. big dragon horn, which I kind of wish was animated to blow. And of course, Kunzari, Azar. Every journey begins with a single step, but you still have a long way to go. Longer than most, yes? Possibly. I do kind of wonder why he's like not chilling out in the Khajiit afterlife. Got a nice moon phase indicator here from elsewhere, which again I kind of wish was animated, but we can't have everything. Our fan of false face, so we can go monkey. Ferrari's scouting the area. She's got a fascination with the talking bust of Abner Thorn. Although frankly, as long as she decides not to steal things, I'll be quite happy. That dwarven star map what never fails to amaze me. I love that thing. If it wasn't such a bugger to farm, I'd have like another 5 of them. And of course here's Abner, who got a serious glow up if you're asking me. He did not look that good. But, you know, artistic license is a thing. And there's Sothasil's Celestial Mnemonic Star Sphere. The Zinche Kotu, a Rafstone replica, Nocturnal's Key, the Giovese Skull, and the Augur of the Obscure. You don't have any beavers wandering around here, do you? You know how I feel about beavers. That skull has the strangest phobias. Really. I've got some shiny crystals over here, and a little clockwork obscurus thing. Some Dwemer star charts on the wall, and our map of Ardenfell. Plus, you know, some more shiny crystals here. Along with some maps and the Ansei ward, which is just leaning there. If there was a neutral shield for the alliances, I would prop one against the pillar, but there isn't, so I won't. I'm not favouriting one alliance over another. Got Kunzari's tablets over here, and a resplendent sweet roll. Interesting. Our big old treasure pile from Dragon Rising. Our Dwarven Scarab, which I'm just glad we've got by now. Hey Phaedra, what you doing? Why do Nords have such terrible handwriting and Argonians? Don't get me started on the crawl work of Argonians. Okay, is your map the right way round, lady? Oh, it's double-sided. How interesting. And of course we've got the shivering cheese here. Look, it's a glowy furnishing. I had to have it, okay? And over here I put in a little garden area, some of the more exotic plants and trees. Markmire murder plant. Elsewhere cacti. Various different colours of Somerset trees. Creepy Vardenfell plants. Glowing flowers. And on this side we've got the poison blossom. Some trees. Some of the painted rocks from Southern Elsewhere, which I'm quite happy with this layout for them, because you can see all the sides of them. Let's get away from that flower before it re-poisons. Got our glow bush and more trees, the glowing fungus. Our statue of Archie, which I quite like. He may be a permanent addition here. At least until something better comes along. Some of the less exotic plants on this side, because you can't have epic loot everywhere. We've got a nice little alien bench to sit and chill on. Reflect on the hard day you've had. Maybe have a sweet roll. Or skooma, I don't judge. We've got the Regatta statues here from the furnishing pack. Because, you know, Earthtear Caverns and Craglorn's kind of Redguard adjacent. This is where the meat of the house comes in. All the crafting stations, each and every last one that exists in a game. Although it takes a bit of knowing how they're alphabetised. I decided to start with the A's and work down in rows, so we get all the way down to mechanical acuity, I think, down the bottom of this place. No, Might of the Lost Legion. And of course I had to turn this one around because otherwise you'd be working in the water, basically. And that's the second row, and the third. Wait, hang on. No, it's 1, 2, 3. Yes, I have 3 rows. The lighting isn't perfect yet, but I'm trying to find a good balance to light this place up at night so that the crafting areas are illuminated enough to use them, but it's tricky. So far, the best solution I've found is the Varla and Mundus Stones. And of course over here and here I phased in some trees, made the shore a little less barren. I do wish they'd given us an option to repair these walls, they would have been really nice. But again, I'm picky, I'm demanding. Got more trees over here. Here, statue of Hubalajad. Judging by this statue, he thought a lot of himself. And over here we've got the Mundus Stones. Yeah, that's the Atronach one. Don't worry about that, it's not bugged, I'm just using it right now. I may tinker with the layer in future, but for now they work where they are. More trees over here. I did pave over the lake, just in case anyone was wondering. All your all your pets will disappear on this platform, but it also means people can't duel when others are trying to craft. So I like that. Also got our little alchemy table over here before we head to the alchemy station proper. Same with the enchanting table. I mean, I could have just put the stations out, but I didn't want to. I wanted to give this the impression that people use it. I mean, there's a lot of guild houses out there that are just functional and austere, but I want mine to be a bit more character, have more character, I should say. And over here we have the music box table. Everyone we've got in the game so far, apart from the Almeri Sinfonia, because that last lead from safe boxes just does not want to drop. And I'm going kind of insane trying to farm it. Then there's the outfit station over here. Well illuminated because I know a few of my guildmates are deeply into fashion scrolls. Transmute station, of course. Here's a provisioning station, and I made the elsewhere one because I got the recipe for it. This was my little vampire corner, but I had to relocate the fountain and the thrall due to spacing issues. They weren't working where I originally had them in that corner, so we relocated them. So if you want to go to the Skooma Parlour, you have to go past the creepy soul shriven dude. Speaking of the Skooma Parlour, here we are. Nice little illuminated skooma den. Sweet rolls, we've got booze, nice comfortable seating, warm fire pits, cozy scenery. Lovely place to just sit, chill.
Surface Pro 7 gives you more ways to create, connect, and innovate. The ultralight 2-in-1
I'm going to
laptop
freely
has the power
admit
and
that I did not
versatility
come
to
up
get
with this
more done your
vampire
way.
stained
Whether
glass
you're working
idea
from your
myself.
desk, sofa, or
I
dining
saw it in
room
my
table, Surface Pro 7 is designed to boost your productivity
furniture,
with its all-day battery life, built-in
housing
HD
guild,
webcams, and
guild
powerful
house, and
processor.
decided to adopt it for my
Surface Pro
own.
7 helps you turn your ideas into action. Performance for what powers you. Learn more at Curry's PC
I do
World.
think it looks pretty baller though.
Time is running out. Starting on the 1st of Jan,
Yeah, so that's Earthtear Cavern Guild House. It's a fairly short housing tour because everything's all out in the open, there's nothing particularly hidden away. I know there is a map break somewhere in the ceiling, but I still haven't been able to find it. If it still exists, because they may have patched it. Which I can totally see why, but I think it's a bit, pointless. I mean, this is our instance. We bought these houses, we paid for them, they are our own private little instance we can toy with at our whim. If there's a map break, I think we should be able to use it. But we shall just abide by Zenimax's ruling. Anyway, that was my guild house. If anyone wants to actually use it, just fire me a friend invite on Xbox and you can come in. Apart from certain people, but they know who they are. And they've been blocked for a very good reason. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, so I'll sign off now and catch you later.